ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟ್ಟ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ 24/7 ಇದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ಪ್ರತಿಬಿಂಬ.
Right from all the mentoring, guiding, technology, everything, assistance and guidance is there in the incubators. Why I'm specifically asking this is because we may have commerce background students in the audience, like BCom or MBA. Now, commerce field, we have a small handicap, which is technology. So, coming to Achar sir, is also the technology guidance given. And if these students have one brilliant idea, can they just enter the incubator ecosystem and with the guidance available in there, see their business grow from idea to a unicorn?
Yeah, your question is two part. First question is what incubators do. What we do is the four activities. One is to generate interest among youngsters to become entrepreneur, called entrepreneurship motivation program. Second is that when they come out with an idea, that idea has to be evaluated. Many times they don't know whether idea is viable or scalable. So we do a lot of mentoring to help them. Second question is that asking about what kind of support we can give to commerce student. Like Dr. Mahesh told you that there are two types of business. It's a product, second is a platform business. Product is biotech, meditech, all those things is one kind of incubators where they need a laboratory. Second is a platform business like Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart. This can be done by any graduate. There's no need to have a specific knowledge about it. So we support more of a platform business which is IT enabled, this SaaS enabled. So depending on the what kind of product idea they have, they must use incubators also. So we support more of a platform business than product, whereas Manipal Thomas Incubator supports more product, deep tech product ideas.
So, sir, staying with you, a child takes a lot of time to really stand up and start walking. But once it gets that balance, it starts running. So like that, once an idea has been churned into a business and that business has seen its share of failures, success, and has got viable, the testings are done, and now they are finally at go-to-market and commercialization. At that point in time, what is it that not only the incubator ecosystem, but the entire startup ecosystem as such offers to these startups to really get, rocketed up?
No, that is what Dr. Thomas also said, that it's a idea validation. If product has a customer, like three questions to ask. Do I have a customer for my business idea? That has to be validated. If it is yes, can I make a product or service? Am I capable to do it? Many times you have an idea but you're not able to manufacture it or provide a service to people. Third question, can I make a profit out of it? If you're able to answer this question, this idea is viable, you will definitely get a market. So we call it as a test marketing or a validation stage. That time you must find out whether you have a customer for your product. Call it product market fit. If a product market fit happens, then definitely you will get into market. There's no problem of question of failure at all.
And so, unlike the other unicorns which we have seen, which have revenues but are not having profits, the startup and incubator ecosystem are sure to see that there is a profitability before going to the next step, right?
Yeah. Sir? So generally, when the startups come, so they have to stitch a special code called the business plan, right? In the business plans, so we will do a total calculations of what is their input and what they are going to take out and what is the timeline. So this plan development is having various steps, it including the market review and at the idea stage we have to develop a market strategy or the business strategy and what attract your customers to buy your product. Then where are these products geographically will accepted and what is the competitor landscape in that particular region and what is the uniqueness, why the customer attract to your, and accordingly there will be a financial proposition if this product can be developed at X cost, adding X profit. So what is the amount we can give to the customer? So this business code will enable them to predict, it's a prediction, to visualize a foreseen coming to the market. And with these business plans, we are pitching before either the government or the investors. This is the probability of investment required. This is the foreseen profitability. And this is how the business is going to sustainable, and how we are going to capture this market, and it is going to scale up. So everything at an early stage we need to do a calculation, not after completion of the incubation. If you want to teach this one, then our prototype may be wrong. So many startups fail here. They start developing the product.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, I have to go to market and I have to look into market strategy. Market strategy should start at a very early stage, and they should start.
Very, very, very valid. Students, please understand this. If you have an idea, when you get into an incubator ecosystem, your go-to-market strategy itself is evaluated and set in place at ideation stage. And I think that is one of the important reasons why we are seeing many big startups fail, because they've never, I think, and the kind of investor money was pumped in, I think there was no enough time also to look at go-to-market strategies. But that is a kind of advantage you get with an incubator, with all the mentors, all the guidance being there. All you need to have is a sharp brain, which Ullas Kamath sir has told that the people of this region have, and you need to put into use. That's in your hands. And the rest is taken care of by the incubators. So coming to Vasuki sir, sir mentioned about having market strategies right at the beginning, and how at NASSCOM is this placed, and how what is your experience with startups being at the ideation stage and seeing a market strategy at that stage?
So we have impacted nearly more than 3,500 startups from the time we have started these operations. And we have solved more than 120 use cases for the enterprises, and also some of in the public sector, which is a large public impact. So having said that, there are a lot of startups do fail, but our mandate or our resolve is make sure that they don't die. So make sure that at least the mortal rate is we don't see them die at all. So that the reason we are probably better placed than an academic institution is we have better industry connect. So with that, some of the startups who come to us or get incubated a startup can get incubated anywhere. They can be incubated at any of the academic institutions or any private incubation or an accelerator also. Some of the cohorts run by VCs also, they can be there. They can still be part of us. There is no restriction. And we as an NASSCOM, we don't invest in any startup. And we are completely unbiased when it will come to supporting any startup. So we connect with or probably collaborate with mostly the deep tech startups only. And here we connect them to the enterprises. We connect them to the enterprises, and enterprises are also our partners, and we solve some of their use cases. When I say use cases, some of the problem statements which they have at any different level, whether running a factory or they're running probably a GCC here or a R&D or innovation center here, we try to take their problems and try to solve that. So we have had a startup solving problems for even Airbus. So things like that,
One catchy thing, which I caught in which you told, we ensure that the startups don't die. That is very important, because I think during the COVID times, a very wrong precedent was set in the startup ecosystem, and I think every youngster wanted their startup to be a unicorn, without thinking whether that unicorn will crash as fast as it grew. Okay, so now I think the recent trend is that how long will the startup be viable rather than how high it will go. And point number 2 is that connect to industrialists. So I was interviewing a few startups, including some at Nitte, and one of the medical related startups told me that we've finished so much of testing, and I asked them, how did you do that? And they said that that's because our incubator connected us to so many medical institutions and educational institutions that we have red carpet entry everywhere because of the incubator and because the incubator knows how our product works. So that's absolutely very useful, I think, for the startups. And I think the startups these days don't have to actually, toil that much to even get connects. Having said that, coming to Achar sir, one of the most important things for any business is finance. Finance is the lifeblood of any business, is what we, that's the first thing our commerce students learn. We have seen a phase in the startup ecosystem where investor money used to get pumped in, and we have now seen a phase where there is an investor money winter, and we're not seeing investors pump in as much. So having said that, what is the ecosystem providing to startups in the form of either loans or grants, and how are they evaluated and how are they disbursed, sir? I will also be coming to Manish sir and Vasuki sir on this, if you have any practical experiences in your incubatees.
Now, what are you saying that the money is a critical success factor in the startups, but that is not true. If an idea is good, idea is viable, there is a huge amount of money will flow into that business idea. Like Kamath was telling, there is a startup called Agnikul, which controls traffic in this space. People are lined up in this house to fund that ideas. If the idea is good, a large number of fundings are available, and as you said, there are three types of funding available. One is a grant, usually for product development, there is capital. Second is a debt. Debt is a loan given by the banks or some agency to be refunded. Third is an equity. So equity is you give a money to the startup, but they take some part of the equity profit sharing in the company. So these are the very popular mode of finance to the startup. Banks are supposed to fund, but unfortunately, the banks are not in this ecosystem for funding startup, but there are a huge number of angel investors, investment firms, government grants are available. So up to 20 lakhs is available for product development. Once your product is ready to go for a commercialization, we have either equity or a debt funding. So a huge amount of funding is available from state government as well as the central government. Have I answered your question?
So, sir, coming to Manish sir, sir mentioned three types, either a grant, which is the best course of action for any startup. Otherwise, if not grant, there is debt or equity. What is your thought process, sir, for a startup? I particularly feel equity is very costly, but what is your thought process on this, sir, especially for early stage startups?
Free money is always good, right?
Yes.
So, Manipal deals with various grants and various investment. I will say, first one is for early stage innovators, IDFS. We have two. One is from the Mighty Funding and NSTDB. So 3.5 EIR is coming, and Mighty Fellowship is also coming, and the government of Karnataka's fellowship, Rajiv Gandhi Fellowship is coming. This is the first stage majority of the startups used to take at a very early stage. Second phase is Nidhi Prayas, BIRAC BIG, which is capped at 20 to 50 lakhs, as well as Startup India Seed Fund grant. So these are in-house available. So if any of you are interested in product development, please, we have yearly 2 calls, and you can approach us. We can provide, it's a grant, it's a free money coming to your pocket. When it comes to the investment, start from the 50 lakhs, we have the NITI also having the Startup India Seed Fund, which is starting from the 50, either it's a loan or convertible notes, it will be there. Then above 50 lakhs to 1 crores, we have the NSTDB fund, so which is especially if it's a product based startups, that time you will get that one. Beyond 1 crore to 5 crores, we have the BIRAC schemes, which is specifically if your technology is into life science spaces, that will become. And in between, as I mentioned, there are a lot of family offices are investing in our startups. And if you say 90% of our startups are funded from all these grants as well as. So family office fund, angels and VCs will come in non-medtech startups. Medtech, they used to fear because their gestation period is more and regulatory clearances is more. So, as Ajar mentioned, if your product is very good, which is the need of the hour, it is like sugar, ants will come. Ants are these investors. They will come, they will invest you and make your product into next level. So always be open. So always be a projective about your futurist project so that many people like investors, angels, family officers or the government grants will be come into the picture.
So having said that, now one thing is necessary for anyone to get a grant, they have to be incubated in a government recognized incubator. So coming to you, now you know some people may think that I don't have a very unique idea. What is one simple idea you felt which got a grant so that our audience can be motivated in NASSCOM?
Oh, not in NASSCOM, I would say, because we don't do funding, right? So we enable funding. We are mainly
enable,
enablers.
yeah.
So we are also part of this Elevate program run by the Karnataka government as part of the Startup Karnataka. So we have had some of the tier 2, tier 3 city startups also come into this, where they were making some, solar panel cleaning kind of drones and some of the other using sustainable materials. Some of the, the rice husk or some of the agricultural produce that's going to be a waste. Instead of burning them, they're trying to make bricks. These are the kind of people also have got. So these grants start from 10 lakhs to up to 50 lakhs is the maximum they give. And there are preferences for different regions like Kalyana, Karnataka and all. There is a difference, they give them on preferential basis. So they have separate funding for that. So some of these startups with simple ideas have got it, in sustainable area. Yeah.
Absolutely. Coming to Achar sir, just one thing in your experience. Now like Ullas Kamath sir gave an idea to everyone about packaged food or ready to eat delivery foods, etc. Keeping the coastal line in mind, what do you think would be a preferred sector? Sir said there is sector-wise grants also. So what is your take, sir?
We don't have an idea bank at our incubation center. We have problem banks.
Right.
So every business idea comes from the problem. So if you look at the problems around you in the campus, LOCS campus and the Mangaluru, so a lot of ideas can be generated. So we don't give them an idea, we give them a problems. So this region is best known for fintech, financial tech, becoming edutech also now, and the hospitality and tourism. These are the 4 sectors which has a lot of opportunity for startups.
So sir, coming to you, we have the wind and the sea and the sun at one place in the beaches. So any idea on that, any push to our students on that line if they can come up with something on that?
Yeah, so I will share one example with Gujarat. So I have been almost 14 years in Gujarat. So Gujarat people are very much entrepreneurs, similarly the Mangalore cluster also. So what they are doing is they are looking into opportunity. For example, a family consists of 5 members. Out of that 5 members, 3 members are having multiple revenue sources. So whatever the skill set you have, whatever the technology you have, whatever the know-how you have to sell it. For example, I'm having a manager there and she's getting, I think, more than 8 lakhs as a salary from my side. And she used to do the mehendi art. She used to generate 4+ lakhs every year out of that one. She used to work on sari, and that itself gets the highest revenue, more than 12 lakhs of earnings per year. And in short, she was earning more than a CEO at that point of time. So look into the opportunities. For example, if it is a milk vending booth to any sort of artwork or any sort of skills you have, sell it. You can make it money. It is like fisherman going to ocean. Every boat, every net is having a catch. So that is the same way you can have the business. If you have good in designing, take a Canva, design the brochures, flyers, show it to the business people, sell your skills. If you are good in singing or dancing, sell it. So whatever the skill set you have, so it is open and the people who loves you or need your art or your skills will hire you and they will pay you. This is the simplest form of entrepreneurship. You have to look into the problem, pain and need the people want, sell it, make money.
Amazing, amazing. And when the moment you mentioned Gujarat, I thought, okay, there'll be something really amazing in this talk. And what sir mentioned is really very true as well, because if you have any talent, especially in our part of coastal Karnataka, no, we feel that our talents may be lesser to utilize. You know, there is a lot of hesitation in utilizing. Like you said, that lady does mehendi, sari work. I think a lot of people might hesitate in this part. But nothing is small, nothing is of a lesser value. Everything and anything which can sell can generate extra cash. And as the lady was earning 16 lakh out of her side hustles than the main job itself. So amazing, amazing. So sir, to you, the same thing. You know, you are from Bangalore. I am from Bangalore. We are from startup idu Tavaruru, Namma Bengaluru. So Bangalore based, other than of course everything that's always there, what could be certain push if someone wants to start up from Bangalore? Other than fintechs and IT, of course, that we know.
See, if you look at the 117 unicorns which are there, you know, nearly 58 of them are from the services business. And if you look at the shift over a period of time that has happened, even the countries are moving towards services shift from earlier, you know, steel was the might. So when people were producing lots of steel, you know, tons of steel, they were putting up factories and producing steel, and steel was the might of it, and it would also change geopolitical equations. Today, if you look at, you know, US, Germany, UK, all of them moved except for China, which is still at 60% steel production. Rest of them have all moved more than 70% towards services only. So even if you look at unicorns, the skew, nearly 117 in that 58 are from the services side. So services holds a big promise, and most of them are from the consumer centric. So if you look at any services business, you have a great opportunity because you can scale at, you know, it's really, you can scale it to the global scale as well. So everybody is a consumer there, and if you're consumer focused and services oriented, then you have a huge opportunity.
Sir, thank you all. And now let us come to some closing remarks. Maybe we can start with Achar sir. Sir, keeping in mind the audience being a large number of students and maybe MSMEs, what would be your closing remarks on how to enter startup and go to scale up?
Now, we are living in an Amrit Kal now. India is passing through a very, very interesting phase. I think next 20 years belongs to startups. Youngsters should get into startups, and the ecosystem is, we have a third largest ecosystem in the country today. In 2014, there are only 245 startups. Today we have around 1.5 lakh startups, youngsters like you. Most of them may not succeed, but there's a learning. Now, a lot of companies want to hire those students who have failed as a startup. If you failed as a startup, lost everything, a lot of companies want to hire you because the journey is very good and there's a lot of learning in that. I think the future is for all of you to get into startup.
Sir, coming to you, what are your closing remarks, sir?
Yeah, it is a possible thing. Everybody can do this. The thing you have to keep in your mind is you have to have an open view to see the problems or the needs of the society. It will create opportunity to discuss. For example, if at a location you are living, what is the need for that? Start with that small area, do an experiment. Try to not look into grants initially, try to bootstrap it. Collect money from nearby, so who is believing in you, like family, friends or fools who believe in you. Bootstrap it, do a small investment and take it to the next level. So this encourage, if you fail, this will encourage you to take a second step into the entrepreneurship, and also it motivate many people to come forward and start this sort of business. So you will be a leader in your own space.
Vasuki sir, your remarks.
Since you mentioned there are mostly commerce students over here, I would like to mention that for any startup or any enterprise to be successful, you need a great CFO. And you have a bright future for that. And a wonderful CA makes your life easier to run your business, because he is going to take most of the load and guide you, and as a friend, philosopher and guide, he will be there. And so most of the organizations that I have seen, or you can also even, check, some of the organizations that have been successful, you will always find them, there is financial prudence, and a great financial advisor is the key to their success. So don't lose hope, you have a bright future. Even if you're a commerce student, if you're not getting into any tech area, but tech companies will come to you to manage their finances.
Extending on that, let me tell you, my dear commerce students, even I am a chartered accountant. We all know we have that small handicap in technology, but always remember one thing: any business cannot run without finance. Point number one. Point number two, we are entering an era where you can, the mic guy, okay, you as a CA can get advisory shares for doing your job of financial advisory. Maybe you may not have a startup, but do your studies well. You'll be a part of many startups as a stakeholder, as a shareholder. So that's the power the CA holds. And never forget it, no less to any technology people. In fact, they need us today. So yeah, that was a bit of my rules as a chartered accountant. I have to do that for my audience as well who are here. So having said that, and a great panel discussion by three eminent people. And if some of the students could not focus right now, you'll find it on Namakudla. You can go back and watch it, and maybe you'll all get some sort of idea sprouting somewhere from some sentence that each one of us has spoken today, which may grow to be a unicorn. And nowadays unicorn is so small, we say decacorn, this thing. So I thought, why not call it a moonicorn? Go to moon, and so we have all sorts of corn nowadays, and definitely each one of us is capable, is able, and I'm sure this discussion would have just been the right stimulant for your ideas to come up and sprout today. So thank you everyone for being such a wonderful audience. If you have any questions, this is your moment. Ask the questions and we'll have our esteemed panelists answer that. Because please understand, tomorrow if you want to ask, you'll have to take an appointment to meet them, which would be still more difficult. So please grab your opportunity now and do the honors. Okay, yeah, we have one person over there. Can we get a mic to him? Or he have to come to the mic, one among the two. Please.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Prajwal R. Shekha from Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management. My question is, while coming to idea generation for a startup, is it better that to follow the Western ideas instead of generating an idea from the scratch? For example, Flipkart is of Amazon, Ola is of Uber, Oyo is of Airbnb, Zerodha as well. Is it that something better? Because these business models are tested and proven and succeeded one. Just we have to follow and customize as according to our market. Is it something that better?
A homegrown idea is always better. You can always scale it up. If you really look back at how Flipkart started, Flipkart were picking up first. They started selling books. That was the only thing they were doing. And they were picking up books from a place called Blossom Books, which was on MG Road, Church Street. And they are ex-employees of Amazon. So they learned from there as to how they could create another parallel to Amazon. And that's how they started this business. So the idea generated from there was enough market for it for two players to operate. So duopoly. So similarly, if you have any idea which has a product which has a market fitment, it's an ideal thing to do. So whether it is Western ideology or it's homegrown, don't bother about that. So idea is an idea, as long as it has commercial value to it, and there are people who are willing to pay for it, for your services or product, then you can go for it. And someone should be willing to support you with some amount of investment to get your idea validated.
So to add on to that, Manish sir.
Yeah. In service sector, it will work. In product, majority of product are locked in by the patents. So if you have the freedom to operate with that patent, for example, a European patent of a pacemaker, and they didn't file a patent in India, then you can copy that and do. That is what China do in majority of the cases. Chinese inside, there are majority of the countries will not file the patent. So when a product based, it is backed by many things. It is backed by the technology. You should have the know-how of that technology. You should have a patent, and you should have the skill set to develop that one. That is where a challenge, but service-based, if you, a trend is happening, for example, if it is social or fintech or into any of the IT, it can be replicated and you will have your own business, but in product, you have to be very careful with the intellectual properties.
So would you like to add on?
There are two things. One is the invention, second is innovation. Invention, you invent a new product. Innovation is improving the existing process or a product. Like we have a phone pay, we have a smile pay now. If you smile at a device that makes payment to you, there is an improvement of the phone pay. So the idea can be either invention, complete a new product, or improving the existing product or a process.
That's amazing. Just to add on, you know how Haldiram's came into packaged foods? Because they saw Nestle, Kellogg's and all that, which entered India during liberalization and got westernized packaged foods like chocos and stuff. And Indians were not liking it. What Haldiram did, it got bhujia in packaged format. And Indians went crazy for Haldirams. And today they have over 1,400 varieties of packaged foods. So just yesterday I've spoken about this on my YouTube channel itself, The Fintelligent Investor. So if you want, you can watch that as well, how Haldirams went from 0 to 80,000 crores. So innovation was there, Indianization of the products was there. So depends on a lot of things. And we know 3-4 names who have got success, but there could be 300-400 who have not, which we may not know. So it depends case to case. And what was your name again?
Prajwal Arsheka.
Prajwal. I think we'll all remember his name now. So anytime you want to meet sirs, they'll know that you'd ask this question. So anyone else?
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Very good afternoon. Myself, Professor Manja Nayak. I am from Karnataka Veterinary Animal and Fisheries Sciences University. And I have been working in the College of Fisheries, Mangalore. My submission is very much pertinent to the food startup. Of course, many students are from the commerce and other things, and there are students from food science as well. From our university or where I am working now, we have been organizing a lot of entrepreneurship development programs, mainly targeting the self-help groups, farmer produce organizations, school dropouts, unemployed youth, and many more. And whatever the technology has been validated in the institute through the research and development, technology feasible, everything is fine. And this small technology has been translated to the end users by imparting the entrepreneurship development program to the whatever have been mentioned now. So they have been doing fine, the local level and the domestic level as well. And they need to escalate to the state level or even national level. But certainly there is a deterrent in the market. Though a lot of the digital platforms are available, but still they are facing a Herculean task to propagate their product and into the market. So with your enormous knowledge, could you please share that how best they can do to understand the market strategies to sell their product?
Yeah. So when it
After
comes,
this question, let us have lunch. During lunch time, they can discuss.
yeah.
Otherwise, our next session will be late. Okay.
So when it comes to the food technology, there are a lot of limitations we have. The food is highly perishable and it cannot be stored. The moisture is a big culprit and it will do to deterioration. And there are regulators like FSSAI is already there to look into the quality of the food, quality of the processing and hygiene of that food in the storage. So food is having a timeline. This all make the food technology a limited work without a technology. For example, when these high-end technologies are transferred to the self-helping group, these are the people or the laymen who are going to handle as the technicians in their processing. And their market may be a village or one or two nearby villages, and that is the market limit they are foreseeing. So that is where the business model should be a little bit similar to a corporate model, where the food processing is happen at a central hub with proper hygiene, proper maintenance, proper packing conditions, controlling of the parameters include the humidity and the preservation limitation of the preservatives. So the infrastructure what you have to look into is involving the self-helping group, enable them, train them, and the processing part only given to them. For example, after that the marketing and business development part need to be taken by the qualified people. For example, initially the milk vendors were similar type. They used to make milk products, they used to sell in the villages. The Amul model came. It collect, it process at different units and sell globally. So that is how if you want to enable them, we have to adopt certain business model specially fitting for them. For example, in majority, for example, fish processing, many of the villages they used to make the pickles dried, but it is having its own limitations. And regulator is now very strict in adding the preservatives, the conditions and the storage, as well as the shelf life. It is very important because it is going to affect the health of the public. So considering all this, we have to stitch a customized code for this self-help group. It is workable.
Amazing. Thank you everyone. Thank you to our esteemed panel. And the Sarathi of the conclave, CASS Naik sir, has shown his watch and said that we need to stop. I know many of you may have questions, but sirs definitely will meet you during the lunch. And while you have lunch, the conversations during lunch will give you most probably even better ideas and answers. So we'll hope that you'll take it up with them during lunch time. Thank you everyone. Thank you for being a wonderful audience.
Yes, thank you very much for this wonderful session. It was really enlightening.
ಮಮ್ಮ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಮ್ಮ.
ಚಿಕನ್.
ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಚಿಕನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಸೂಪರ್ ಮಮ್ಮ. ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ತುಂಬಾ ಟೇಸ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಇದೆ.
ಅಮ್ಮನ ಮಮತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅರುಣಾ ಮಸಾಲ, ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್.
ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೃತಕ ಬಣ್ಣ, ಫ್ಲೇವರ್ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ ಬಳಸದೆ ತಯಾರಿಸುವ ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧತೆಯ ಪ್ರತೀಕ ಅರುಣಾ ಮಸಾಲ.
100 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳು ಬೆಸೆದವು ಅದನ್ನ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ. ನಂದಿನಿ ಅಕ್ಕ, ಸಾವಿತ್ರಿ, ಕಾದಂಬರಿ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿಯ ಮೊದಲ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಖಾತೆ ತೆರೆದಾಗ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಅನುಭವ ನಮಗೂ ಆಯಿತು.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ದೃಷ್ಟವನ್ನು ಬದಲಿಸಿ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಂಬುಲ್ ಅವರು ತನ್ನ ಮೊದಲ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರ ಖುಷಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇವರ ಕನಸು ನನಸಾಗಿಸಲು ನಮ್ಮದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾಲಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು
ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್,
ದಿಲ್ಲಿಯವರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, ಮುಂಬೈಯವರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್,
ಭಾರತದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್.
ಇವರು ಮಿಸ್ ಪೂಜಾ. ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಮನೆಗೆ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರೇಯಸಿ ವೈಬ್ಸ್. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಿಸಿದ ಕ್ಯಾಪುಸಿನೋ ಮತ್ತು ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಸುಂದರ ಬ್ರೂನು. ಈ ಪೈಪ್ ನ ಕಣಿವೆಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆಯಾಗಲಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಪೂಜಾ ಅವರಂತಹ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು
ಪೂಜಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಎನ್ನ ಯೋಚನಾ
ಏನು ಹೇಳಲೆ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಹೊಸ ಮನೆಯ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ.
ಹೊಂದುವ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕನಸು ಬರೋಡಾ ಹೋಮ್ ಲೋನ್ ನೊಂದಿಗೆ ನನಸಾಗಬಹುದು.
हेल्थ को नेचुरली बूस्ट करना चाहते हो तो मिलिए देसी गाय के घी से। ये सिर्फ स्वादिष्ट नहीं, सेहत का खजाना है। ये इम्यूनिटी और दिल के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। लेकिन रुको, अभी और भी है। इसमें ओमेगा 3 है जो दिमाग और याददाश्त के लिए कमाल का है। और ये सिर्फ अंदरूनी सेहत तक सीमित नहीं है। इसके एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स आपकी त्वचा को चमकदार और बालों को घना बनाते हैं। देसी गाय के घी का जादू आजमाने के लिए तैयार हो? इचन्ना डेयरी सर्विसेज को आजमाइए और फर्क खुद महसूस कीजिए। ऑर्डर करने के लिए हमारी वेबसाइट पर विजिट करें। स्वस्थ रहो, खुश रहो। हेल्थ को नेचुरली बूस्ट करना चाहते हो तो मिलिए देसी गाय के घी से। ये सिर्फ स्वादिष्ट नहीं, सेहत का खजाना है। पाचन से लेकर इम्यूनिटी तक ये गोल्डन गुडनेस सब संभाल लेता है। विटामिन ए, डी, ई और के से भरपूर ये इम्यूनिटी और दिल के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। लेकिन रुको, अभी और भी है। इसमें ओमेगा 3 है जो दिमाग और याददाश्त के लिए कमाल का है। और ये सिर्फ अंदरूनी सेहत तक सीमित नहीं है। इसके एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स आपकी त्वचा को चमकदार और बालों को घना बनाते हैं। अब सोचो, ये सारे फायदे आपको एकदम शुद्ध रूप में मिले। इचन्ना डेयरी सर्विसेज लाते हैं आपके लिए असली देसी गाय का घी, प्यार से बनाया हुआ, यहीं हुबली में। उनकी क्वालिटी की गारंटी है कि आपको सबसे बेहतरीन ही मिलेगा। देसी गाय के घी का जादू आजमाने के लिए तैयार हो? इचन्ना डेयरी सर्विसेज को आजमाइए और फर्क खुद महसूस कीजिए। ऑर्डर करने के लिए हमारी वेबसाइट पर विजिट करें। स्वस्थ रहो, खुश रहो।
Welcome to Elite Engineering Industries. Since 1993, excellence in manufacturing has been our hallmark. Founded by industry veterans Mr. N. Karan and Mr. K. Samsundaram, our journey began with a vision to deliver top-quality process equipment for various industries. Today, our state-of-the-art facility in Mangalore spans over 32,000 square feet, equipped with the latest technology to ensure quality and timely delivery. Elite Engineering Industries, where quality meets commitment. Together, we can achieve excellence in manufacturing.
ಪೂಜಾ ಜಾಬ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೂಲ್
ಬ್ರೋ ಹೊಸ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು ಹೊಸ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ತರುತ್ತವೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ರಾಹುಲ್, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆ ಇಡೀ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ರಿಟೇಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ನೋಡು.
ವಾವ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸು
ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಬೋನಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ.
ಇದು ಈಗ LICಯ ಯುಲಿಪ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ನಿವೇಶ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಮೆಯಿಂದ ಸುರಕ್ಷೆಯ ಲಾಭ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ಲಾಭ ಎರಡೂ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ರಾಹುಲ್.
ಮೇಡಮ್, ನೀನು ಡಬಲ್ ಕೂಲ್.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜೀವನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಪಡುತ್ತೀರಾ? LICಯ ನ್ಯೂ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಯೋಜನೆಯಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಪಿಂಚಣಿಯನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಈ ಯೋಜನೆಯು ಮುಂದಿನ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆ ಆಧಾರಿತ ಸಂಪತ್ತನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಯೋಜನೆಯು ಖಾತರಿಪಡಿಸಿದ ಸೇರ್ಪಡೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಪಡೆಯುವಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ಆಯ್ಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮುಕ್ತ ಯೌವನದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೀರಿ. LIC ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ.
New Mangalore Port is an all-weather port. There is consistent increase in the luxury cruise liners docking here as the port extends a warm and festive welcome to the cruise passengers. The port is operating with around 350 employees, which is the lowest compared to any other major port in India. The port boasts of handling 75% of the total Indian coffee exports and majority of the nation's cashew and gherkin exports. The port is well equipped to handle bulk liquid chemicals, hazardous cargoes, crude LPG and POL products. The port has 16 fully operational berths with ample infrastructure and cargo handling equipment to handle all forms of liquid cargo, containers, bulk cargo and cruise vessels. The port strives to provide a draft of 14 meters to 6 berths and a draft varying between 7 to 12.5 meters in its other berths. In addition, the port offers warehousing facilities, container yards, tank farms and mechanized cargo handling facilities to its customers. This has put the wind in our sails to develop and grow consistently. A single point mooring located nearly 8.9 nautical miles from the breakwater enables the handling of cargo from VLCCs of up to 3 lakh DWT.
ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾ ವ್ಯಸನ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ರೋಗಿಗಳ ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಕುರಿತು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪರಿಚಯ. ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ರೋಗ ಹಾಗೂ ವ್ಯಸನಗಳಿಂದ ತೊಂದರೆಗೀಡಾಗುವವರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯಕವಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಹಾಗೂ ತಮ್ಮಿಂದಾದಷ್ಟು ಈ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕೆಂಬ ಉದಾತ್ತ ಮನೋಭಾವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ತೋಳರ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸತೀಶ್ ಪೂಜಾರಿ ಇವರದ್ದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾ ಎಂಬ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ರೋಗಿಗಳ ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ವ್ಯಸನ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರವನ್ನ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಾಕಲು ಪ್ರೇರೇಪಿಸಿತು. ಇಂತಹ ಸದುದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಾಕಲಾದ ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪುನರ್ವಸತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ವ್ಯಸನ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಣತಿ ಪಡೆದ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿ ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಗಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ತರುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ.
ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು. ನಂಬಿಕೆ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು. ವಿನೂತನ ವಿಭಿನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈನ್ನ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ಸ್, ಚಿನ್ನಾಭರಣಗಳು. 916 ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರಿ, ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರಿ, ಪ್ರೀಷಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್, ನವರತ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್, ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಮದುವೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಶುಭ ಸಮಾರಂಭಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರಿ. ಎಸ್ಎಲ್ ಶೀಟ್ 75 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಆಭರಣ ಪ್ರಿಯರ ಮನಮಾತಾಗಿರುವ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಕೆಎಸ್ ರಾವ್ ರೋಡ್, ಮಂಗಳೂರು. ನಮಗೆ ಇತರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಶಾಖೆಗಳಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಶ್ರೀ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಸಂಘ ನಿಯಮಿತ.
ಆಕರ್ಷಕ ಬಡ್ಡಿದರದಲ್ಲಿ ಠೇವಣಿಗಳ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ.
30 ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ 45 ದಿನಗಳವರೆಗೆ 5.25%.
46 ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ 90 ದಿನಗಳವರೆಗೆ 5.75%.
91 ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ 179 ದಿನಗಳವರೆಗೆ 6.75%.
180 ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ 364 ದಿನಗಳವರೆಗೆ 7.50%.
1 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 8.60%.
1 ವರ್ಷ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು 5 ವರ್ಷಗಳವರೆಗೆ 7.75%.
5 ವರ್ಷ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟು 10 ವರ್ಷಗಳವರೆಗೆ 7.50%.
ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಠೇವಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೆ, ವಿಧವೆಯರಿಗೆ, ವಿಕಲಚೇತನರಿಗೆ, ಯೋಧರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನೋಂದಾಯಿತ ಸಂಘ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಿಗೆ 0.40% ಅಧಿಕ ಬಡ್ಡಿದರ.
ಇಂದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಶಾಖೆಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ನೀಡಿ.
Looking for the ultimate relaxation? Satwa Spa offers exclusive luxury treatments in Mangalore. Enjoy premium services from top therapists tailored just for you. Rejuvenate your body and mind. Book your spa visit today. Looking for the ultimate relaxation? Satwa Spa offers exclusive luxury treatments in Mangalore. Enjoy premium services from top therapists tailored just for you. Rejuvenate your body and mind. Book your spa visit today.
Fizar Group, turnkey wind farm developers. 2 decades of rich experience in development of large wind projects. You can choose any turbine, any make we build for you. For green investment, log on to www.fizargroup.com.
Water is life. Pure water is healthy life. SKF Elixir India Private Limited is the only company in the country that manufactures the entire range of mineral water plants. Our technology, such as RO, UV, UF, and TDS control, ensures 100% pure mineral drinking water from your own source. Our range of products is best suited to the needs of educational institutions, the hospitality and healthcare industries, corporates, and other public spaces like railway stations or even your sweet home. Experience the freshness of clear, clean drinking water. SKF Elixir. Purity in every drop and droplet.
Experience thrill, fun and adventure at Yuva Amusement Park, Kundapura.
Fizza is a pioneer in developing large wind farms. Choose any turbine, any capacity. We specialize in turnkey solutions. We also specialize in site solutions, wind monitoring, wind farm infrastructure, erection and commissioning. Fizza Group.
Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited, ONGC MRPL, is today a dream realized, not just for the state of Karnataka, but for our entire nation. On this day, for the first time, crude oil was processed and converted into petrol, diesel and LPG in Karnataka, is one of the market leaders in polypropylene in South India. MRPL is committed to the nation's progress and aims to contribute to the national vision of being Atmanirbhar and sustainable. It has truly established itself as the pearl of the golden sands on the western coast of India.
The Bhima Brilliance Diamond Jewelry Festival is here to light up your celebrations.
Enjoy flat ₹7,000 off per carat on diamonds.
Also, get a free 1 gram gold coin with every carat.
Additionally, save 10% on making charges with the exchange of old diamond or on gold jewelry purchases.
Offers valid from December 9th, 2024 to January 5th,